Okay, let's get going here. Okay, welcome back to another clinic here. We're gonna talk today about running backs. Again, I was a running back coach at Willamette University for 6 years, and that was for me something also different. So each one of you, as you go through, as you're studying coaching and trying to improve, sometimes it makes a big difference in your understanding of the game to coach something that maybe you didn't play. Okay? And sometimes that's seen as, okay, well, he didn't play it, I'm not sure. But teaching is not necessarily connected with what you played personally. Okay? I played a little bit of running back in high school when I was a little guy. Okay? But mostly I played wide receiver and quarterback. So for me, I understood pass concepts and all of these things going on there. But what opened up a lot of pass protections and other things for me was understanding how the running backs function in that. Okay? And it also helps, I think, anybody when you're just getting out of your comfort zone and trying something new. Okay? Look at different things, look at different ideas. It all connects to each other at some point. Okay? Some fundamentals have to be part of what we do. Okay? Go back to basics. At every level that I've ever coached, whether it's junior varsity, high school, whether it's university, whether it's anybody here, okay, GFL, whatever it is, okay? Back to basics. You have to start at the beginning, okay? Don't assume, don't expect that people will just know how to do it. And us as coaches sometimes, and I do it too, you get mad at a player. Hey, why didn't you do it this way? Well, I've never done it that way before. I didn't know, you know. Sometimes they don't know, okay? We had that out there on the field today. Well, I've never done it before. Yeah, all right, we're gonna do it then. Let's do it, okay? Let's figure it out. Okay, back to basics. As a coach, I think it's important, whatever you're coaching, to sweat the small stuff, okay? In life, maybe not, but on the football field, yeah, okay? Because these little things, they build up over time. Bad habits build up over time. And when I was coaching in college, one of the biggest things is you see it, you know, players that were all-stars in their high school, and they come to you, and they've never, ever learned how to block. And that's not uncommon, okay? But they have to, and especially in today's football, when we're throwing the ball more, you have to be able to do it all as a running back, okay? And that means that we have to put pressure on them at every step of the game, okay? Muscle memory. We want to give them a lot of repetitions so that they can learn how to do these things so that they can be successful. Give your players the tools they need to be successful, to succeed, okay? That means, again, if we don't show them how to do it over and over and over, how can we expect them to be good at it? It's like anything, okay? You know, I'm not going to go sit down at the computer and start trying to do computer programming. I don't know anything about it. But if I studied it and I took some years and I took some classes, maybe, I don't know, okay? It's the same thing with football. Give them the tools they need to succeed. Give them a lot of reps. Build it up, okay? Stance and starts. For me, this is a little different. We talk about having our toes out slightly, okay? We want to be on the inside half of our foot. That's mainly because that gives us the ability to go in any direction and to push forward right now without any wasted motion. So if our toes are out slightly, okay, we're on the inside half of our feet, right? Positive knee angle, well, this is really more about inside knee angle. Okay, we don't want this because then we have to run like that. That doesn't work, okay? Toes out slightly, positive knee angle. The knees are just in a little bit. Now, mainly that's because if I didn't have that, let's say I didn't have that. I have my feet straight. I'm just on a flat foot, and I'm here more like a linebacker. And I want to go forward. My foot will turn ever so slightly, and I will be now on the inside half of my foot, okay? And I can move forward then. Well, why not start there? That's the whole point there. Here, knees in, inside half of the foot. Now I'm just rolling right through that, okay? That should be something that is part of creating this point, no false steps, okay? If we're in the right stance, we shouldn't have to false step. Now, it will happen with your players, but we want to coach that out of them, okay? Emphasize it, sweat the small stuff. Hey, another false step, come on now, think about it, all right? Again, toes out slightly, positive knee angle, inside half of the foot, okay? Hands light on your knees, eyes up so you can see the defense and where you're going, okay? And then we can boom, right? Boom, each way. We need to go. If we need to go sideways, if we need to make a zone step, whatever it is, okay? That's the idea, okay? We should be coiled for that first step, okay? A good low base, like most positions, you need a good low base, right? And that's how we're going to do that. Also know where you're going. You know, so I'll repeat this over and over. We got to have a plan. Know where you're going and make sure that you have the correct first step. Okay? We always start doing first step drills. Boom. Okay? Boom. Getting that and then building it to the next level, into the next, until they can do it in their sleep, hopefully. Right? 2-point stance versus 3-point stance. Now, a lot of people, yeah, 3-point stance is a little old school for running backs. Okay, that's fine. With 2 backs and an I formation, if you're in a direct I, the fullback's not in a 3-point stance, the tailback can't see much. That's 1 point, okay? If we're in an offset I, then it's not so big of a deal. Then there's also, we have to think about the strengths and weaknesses of our own players, right? Some players just aren't as fast if they're in a 3-point stance. Well, don't do it, okay? I don't like to put people in a position where they can't be successful. Now, of course, I'll sweat the small stuff, I'll coach them up, and we'll get them to a point where they feel comfortable. But if it doesn't affect the scheme and it doesn't affect their play at all, 2 points, 3-point, mostly not a big deal, except for in a direct I formation, because then the tailback can't see if the guy's directly in front of him, okay? So that's really that for me. I used to always have the fullback in a 3-point, but again, at some point, with the athletes that we've been working with, it makes only a very slight difference. Now, if we're on the goal line and we really want to fire out or something like that, maybe, okay? But most of the time, we're in a 2-point for me personally, even in 2 backs, okay? But the 3-point stance should be taught very similar to the offensive line stance, okay? Now here again, we can't as easily do the positive knee angle, okay? Because we have to get deeper, right? But we should still have a nice soft eyes up, butt down, okay? A Z in the body, right? Very similar to the offensive line, but not heavy on the hand, right? Nice and light where we can just take it away, okay? And ready to go and explode, right? Worst thing is if you get I've had a couple running backs or fullbacks that they're just so, kind of muscular that they can't see anything, or their helmet, fits in a certain way, they can't see anything in a 3-point stance. Well, that's not good either, okay? Then we have to work on something there, all right? So, next one, taking the hand off. Okay, taking the hand off, we talk about this. Now, this is something that, again, is not automatic. We expect players, okay, you've seen that, right? Yeah, oh yeah, I can do that. That looks easy, right? But to really teach it, we always talk about big pocket. We want a nice big pocket, okay? We want to overemphasize that. It should be bigger than maybe is even realistic, but it doesn't matter. This is where we start, okay? And this is where we want to emphasize it. Inside elbow is always up to the quarterback. If the quarterback is here, inside elbow here, inside elbow up, okay? Thumbs down, okay? The thumbs down idea is really just a way for me to grab both tips of the ball naturally, because I'm going to clamp down on it. And if my hands are nice and wide and open, if I'm thinking thumbs down, hands open, well, that could be this, that could be this. I don't know what to do with, yeah, okay? So again, but if thumbs down, okay, I can understand thumbs down, right? Boom, got it, coach, right? Top arm near our clavicle, bottom arm near our belt line, okay? Nice and big, boom. Let the quarterback put that thing on your belly, roll over, clamp both ends of the ball, okay? All right, and that's the clamp part of it. Again, we don't want to take the ball. We don't want to reach out and try and do that. The old school USC used to do it like that. I don't know what they were doing, okay? But again, we want to make a nice target for the quarterback. Elbow up is really important. Too many times, even as a coach, I'm giving handoffs, and the running backs come in with the elbow down, and they hit me in the forearm, and it drives me nuts. I come home, and I got bruises all over, and my wife says, "What happened? The guys don't like me." You know? Yeah, no, okay? They're not doing it right. We got to coach them up, right? Coach them up, elbow up, okay? Because if that's your quarterback coming back every time, man, my arm is killing me. I can't throw anymore, coach. I got my forearm is all bruised up. Well, that's also a problem, okay? Roll over the ball, never take it. Don't let these hands get away from your body. You see this all the time, okay? Keep them tight to your body. Let it hit the stomach, roll over that thing, okay? Good. Ball security. We talk about 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, wrist, forearm, bicep, rib cage, okay? Nice and tight in there, right? Always. We talk about always having the back door closed. You shouldn't be able to see the ball if I'm running like this, maybe from if you got an angle, okay? But from directly behind me, you should not see the ball because I have the back door closed, okay? We don't want to see this. That's the back door open. You can see the football in there. Well, not right now, but if I had a football, you'd see it, okay? We want to keep it tight. Keep the elbow in, okay? We talk about tiki style. This is also starting to get a little old. Tiki Barber hasn't been in the NFL for a while. But he started running around the field everywhere he went like this, okay? Boom. Everywhere I go, I'm going like this, over here and over here, okay? He did that because he had ball security issues, and he said, I'm going to change my style to a more secure style, okay? And now this is becoming something that is widely taught, is the traffic, okay? When we have people around us, if we're in the open, we're here. Okay, nice and easy, normal. Okay, back door closed still. Okay, nice and tight still, but not tiki style, which is bringing the elbow to the midline, ball hard against the breastplate here. Okay, some people can't do it. Maybe my arms are so huge. Okay, then you might have to go a little at an angle. But the point is that you're bringing it hard against the chest. You're protecting with your shoulders. Okay, and now I have protection, and I have a way that when I make cuts, instead of the ball coming away from my body when I make a cut, we should always be making a cut and bringing it here, okay? Boom, it should be coming up into that position. So you never know who's behind you on the side of you, right? So we always start off with no traffic, right? And we work that over and over. We did that on the field today, okay? Free arm Crowther. Now, why it's called Crowther, I don't know, okay? Learned this from, oh man, what was that? Oregon State running back coach long ago, okay? And the Crowther just means that we're going to use our free arm and reduce the shoulder and hit and roll up, okay? Now it's really important that we reduce the shoulder. We don't want to give a good hitting surface, and we also want to create good lift to get the guy off us, or girl, right? Okay? Could be. But we use that a lot, and we rep that a lot. You just get a bag out there, nice and easy. We come on an angle, boom, and I'm hitting, boom, and going right through, okay? Real important there. We have to give them the tools that they need to be successful, right? If a running back has never been taught a free arm crowler, well, what's he probably going to do? He's either going to juke or he's going to try and run somebody over. That's how it is. Okay? But if we give him a new tool, free arm crowler, okay, he's coming from the side. Should I just run right into him? No, you know what? I'm going to try this thing. Boom! Woo! I'm gone. Okay? Could be. All right? Oh, hey. It's a lot of writing. Okay? First thing before we get too into that, it's a very different thing, a pass block and a run block. Okay? On the offensive line, it's a very different thing, right? This as this, okay? Different. Running backs, the same thing. Similar. We have different angles, different space that we work in, okay? But a pass block is always more about leverage, protection, right? And position, okay? It's more about position. And it's not as aggressive as a run block. Boom, okay? We're not necessarily just going to run right at them and try and knock them down and create a seam for the person behind us, okay? In a pass block, we're going to sit in the chair, right? Sit in that chair, sit back, chest up, hands at the ready, okay? And we're going to go ahead and keep our head out of the situation, right? We got boom, right? And then we're working in there. Trying to keep our butt to the quarterback, create a pocket, right? It's a similar idea there. Don't get your face and head involved, okay? Being over-aggressive as a running back on a pass block is something that will happen, okay? Oh, he's blitzing, okay? But if they're real good, okay, what they're going to do instead is say, okay, he's coming. I'm going to take half the man. I'm going to take my inside leverage. I'm going to get in the chair, get to the position I need to be at, boom, strike, and just use his momentum against him. Okay? Let him go here and then take him out of the box, out of the pocket. Okay? Work the feet. Feet are very important there. Okay? Inside leverage, half the man. Very rarely do we want a running back running straight at somebody. Okay? You don't have good leverage, you can't really control them, and you're giving them two options. Whereas if I'm inside leverage, he has one option, or he could try and run me over. Well, they might try that. But again, it still has to go through me to get to where our quarterback where our quarterback is. Okay? Violent hand strike. Don't be a sitting duck. Don't just get here, get in the chair, okay, and they're coming, right? We still have to have some strike. We still have to have some power, and we have to use that to control them, right? So that's really important, yeah? Keep a violent hand strike is the only thing we have to slow down those guys or to control them sometimes if they're blitzing hard, okay? Pass block is more controlled than a run block. All right. In a run block, talk about dipping, okay, before we hit. To do that, we overemphasize spike the knee. What's that mean? Okay? Again, we talk about that as I approach the player. I'm going to spike the knee, okay, to create depth, hands in the holsters, okay? Spike that knee like I got a nail, and I'm going to put the nail into the ground, okay? Boom, and then I can boom, strike, okay? And then I get to a balanced position, right? Again, we're being more aggressive in this block. So we're not going to necessarily sit in the chair and be completely balanced because we want to be more aggressive, have a little more power behind it. They're probably coming hard too. Okay? Spike the knee. Load the hands in the holsters, okay? And have them ready to pop where and when you need them. Fire those hands, okay? You're probably going to have your head a little more involved. A little bit like what Soren was saying about offensive line. Again, boom, okay? Face, hands together and control, right? That's a similar idea there, okay? Leverage half the man. We still don't want to give them two options to run, right? We also don't have to tell them where to go, okay? If he comes here and then cuts across, okay, boom, take him that way. That's okay, right? But the important thing is half the man, keep that leverage and dip. If you dip and hit, you should be at least in a good position to to open up some space there. Okay? You can also use a double crowther. Now, this is generally for short yardage, goal line. There's a small gap. There's a blitzing linebacker in that gap. And I'm the fullback, and I got to open that gap up. What should I do? Okay, without killing myself. Okay, we talk about double crowther. Okay, where we get in there basically almost like we have the ball. Okay, like this with the double crowther here, shoulders down, still half the man, and blowing it up. Okay, this is really pretty rare to use that, but it can be effective in a short yardage, hey, all-out situation. Okay, and this is something else we can use. Yeah, and then you, right, and then it looks good. There's pictures. Everybody's happy, right? Okay, but the important thing is to get low, get those shoulders down, almost like you got the ball. Spike the knee still, boom, but don't lead with your head. Okay, that's the big mistake there. Okay, because then you're not good. Okay, keep a wide base for both. Now, of course, when we spike the knee, we're here, and then we're gonna boom, and then we're gonna control, right? So that goes all together. Defensive recognition. It doesn't have to be difficult, right? To give our players a basic idea of where are the bad guys and which way am I going, okay? I think I said it yesterday also, keep it simple, stupid, right? So this is one of those things, if we know, okay, there's 4 linebackers, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, yeah, that one's mine, got it, all right, okay, or that one's blitzing, or I have one of 2 options, fine. But let's make it simple for them and just give them a basic idea so that they can get a pre-snap read and have a plan, okay? Again, they don't have to know all of it. They have to know where they fit in, and then we build the knowledge from there. First, we start here. This is your responsibility. This is your job, okay? And then they can hopefully build their understanding of the concept that we're running or whatever it is, okay? Is the D-line shaded or head up? Okay, if they're head up, they're probably going to be going to one gap or the other. Very rarely they just push you straight back. Can be, but okay. Is the D-line in the A gap or the B gap? These are things we need to know as running backs, okay? These are really important. Blitz position from the LBs, how many are there? Just some basic tools that your running backs can use to have an idea, to have a chance, okay? The 3 Bs, bend, bang, and bounce. This is widely used, this idea of bend, bang, bounce. Again, it's just a way for us to communicate with our players, okay? It's a way for us to give them an idea, okay, on this play, you have 2 options. You're either going to bang it in there or you're going to bounce it outside. Those are your options on this. The bend is not going to be there because we're blocking it this way and whatever, okay? Okay, or you come back and you say, hey, here's on the film, if we get a chance to watch film together, yeah, hey, why did you bend it here? Well, where are you going? Why did you cut back? What's over there? Okay. They may not even know. Sometimes you don't know in the heat of the moment. That's okay. But this can give us a way to communicate with them and give them an idea of what we want, okay? The bounce here is bad this week because they're always blitzing from the outside, okay? They always got an extra hitter out there. We either want to bang it or bend it, okay? All right. In this scheme, we got a double team here. You're either going to bang it or you're going to bend it off of that double team. Fine, okay? That's really it. And that just gives us a way to communicate that, all right? Yeah. So again, some other buzzwords, some other phrases that are used. Some of these are more specific to the system that we run, but some of them are really general. For example, the first one, slow to, quick through, especially if you're running zone or stretch. Okay, you want to be slow to, and then once you see that thing develop and a crease opens up, quick through, hit that thing, okay? And this is also something, you know, we have to teach patience sometimes in certain schemes. And running backs, generally, they get the ball and they're like, yeah, let's go. And sometimes they overrun their gap. sometimes they overrun a double team or a big play simply because they're not being patient. And patience is a very important thing. You see some of the great players in the NFL doing this, and they're going, what's going on here? What's going on here? And then 4-4. Okay, we don't all have that, unfortunately, but that's what we want to build. And that's what we talk about with slow to, quick through. Okay? A-hole to the play hole is a little bit the same as see the butt, cut it up. Again, if we talked about it on the field today, if there's a player blocking here and the running back runs over there, as a blocker, I'm going to be a little like, hey, man, where are you going? Right? You see the butt? Cut it up. Get behind there. Okay? Do it. Drive me crazy. Okay? Yeah, right? Okay? Because reading blocks, those are just two ways to be funny about reading blocks. You have to do it. You have to do it. And if they don't do it, they're going to miss out on big plays that could have helped us all and helped the whole team and made them happier because they had a big play, right? So again, see the butt, cut it up, A-hole to the play hole. That's where it is, okay? When in doubt, take it out. Now, this is something a little bit different for us, as we saw yesterday with a lot of the sweep stuff. If there's a log jam, there's nothing there, get outside and do it fast. Okay, that's what we say. See, when in doubt, take it out. Okay, so that's generally just a bounce, right? If it's all messed up in there, maybe this guy wasn't at practice for 3 weeks and he doesn't really know what we're doing and he just did a little one of these and the D-line's here. Okay, well, that's how it is. Okay, we got to take it out and try and get into space. That's how we do it. Okay, J-step, jab step. These are more system-oriented. Okay, when we're leading, J-step, okay, if we're leading out to the outside, those are a little more specific to the system. Spike the knee, we talked about. Violent hands, this is something we should always be talking about. Always, violent hands, violent hands, violent hands. Now, again, we don't want people out there fighting, okay, but sometimes I ask players, is he your friend? Yeah, okay, he is your friend, good. Right? But he has pads on and he's protected and he also signed up for the same thing. Let's go ahead and get after it a little bit. Have you ever really punched somebody? Well, yeah, coach, of course I have. I'm a tough guy, right? Fine, right? Great, even better, right? Well, just open your hands and do it again, right? just like before, okay? Just do it with technique. That's it, violent hands with technique, okay? Have a plan. Always talking about that. What was your plan there? I don't know. Okay, and you get that at every level. But sometimes, eventually, they will have a plan, and they should have a plan, right? I had a player tell me he was never taught that there was a possibility of a cutback in this scheme. Okay, fine. Well, there is, and let's do that sometimes, okay? Let's be open to the idea of it, because if it's there, it's big, right? So have a plan. Finish. Okay, and this is one that has always been a philosophy for me as a player, as a coach, everything, finish, 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 finish. Everything we do, just finish it, right? Just finish it. It's sometimes just this much. Why not just all the way through it, okay? That creates then the feeling for your team that there's urgency, that we want to win, that we want to do it right, that we're disciplined enough to do it right every time. And this is something hard to create in any team, okay? And to have discipline, it can be as simple as everyone doing that. And all of us agreeing as coaches to hold them to that. And if we do that as a staff, okay, whether it's running backs, tight ends, receivers, whatever, and we're always finishing, whether it's a lineman who's a little slower than the receiver, it doesn't matter, just finish it. As good as you can, finish it. And that creates a good feeling, and that creates a better discipline within the team, okay? Hard yards, okay? We don't want to just run out of bounds, okay? Great players get the extra yards after contact, right? That means going hard, shoulders down, great body control. So we're always talking hard yards. Let's get those, right? Soft squeeze is, of course, when we're running option plays, okay? Could be a read option. We run a couple different ones. but we talk about the soft squeeze. That's an important one because we don't want to mess up that quarterback, running back exchange. Traffic, no traffic, right? And then the last one, rock the baby. Now we use a lot of fakes, as you saw yesterday, a lot of play fakes in our offense, but it doesn't matter. If you run a play action and your running back goes like this, right? That's not gonna really get it done. The linebackers are gonna go like this. Whatever, man. You know? Okay? We don't want that. Okay? And how do we sell it? Well, grab the elbow, get our shoulders down, run like you got the ball, rock the baby. Okay? Just rock it. That shoulder movement itself will create an extra, maybe a half a second, wait a minute, from the linebacker. Wait, maybe he does have it. No, sure, he doesn't have it. Okay? That's what we want to create. That's the whole point of running play action. If not, then let's just throw the ball. Okay? That's important. Rock the baby. Grab the elbow. Rock him to sleep. Hey, little baby. Okay? Important. All right. Quick, a ball security drill. We have this also on film. Partner stands behind. RBs are on either both knees or on one knee, right? Either here. They have the ball or on two knees. Either way is fine. We don't let them double cover it, right? We just want them going traffic, no traffic. Okay? Partner stands behind and try and punch and strip the ball away from the running back. On the coach's command, the running back simulates the running motion while on the knee. Okay? Next command says, go for the rip and strip. Okay? Again, it's important for us to feel the pressure of someone trying to take the ball from us. If they lose it, that just means, okay, what did we do wrong? Okay, get it tighter in the traffic. Protect it more with your shoulders. Okay? Get your body over that ball. Okay? And in that, we get that muscle memory of, hey, right? That's what we want. Keep that ball tight. Don't let them have it. Because somebody's going to try and rip it out at some point in their career. Okay? It's going to happen. Right? So we do this to help simulate that feeling of pressure, ripping and pulling away from the body. Okay? All right. Another ball security drill that can also be done with defense. Okay? We really like this. We like to do a turnover circuit with offense and defense where we're doing a couple different things. But this one is more specific to running backs. We can have a linebacker here. Okay? It's on the runner's movement. We're just standing in front of each other in 2 yards away from each other with a 5-yard opening. Kind of like what we saw in Oklahoma, but we don't have a blocker in front of us. I'm standing in front of you, and you're going to tackle me. I know you're going to tackle me. That's part of the drill, okay? And what you're going to do is I'm going to pick a side, and as soon as I move, you're going to come tackle me, and you're going to try and rip the ball out. You have one shot, one rip, okay? You're going to wrap me up, rip, and then take me down, okay? Well, maybe not down to the ground necessarily, okay? That's not usually part of it, but it's really more about hard contact, one chance, then we wrap it up, okay? Again, doesn't have to have a lot of speed to it, but it's a good way to get the defense and the offense together at the same time and to build some ball security, okay? Now, we move on from the Fresno drill phase 1 to phase 2. Again, in phase 2, here, we add a second hitter, which is actually more realistic, okay? Because what usually happens on defense is one guy wraps him up, the next guy in comes and tries to rip it out. That's how it should be, right? Okay? So, the coach tosses a ball to the offensive player, okay, who turns and crosses the line. Defensive player 1 will tackle them immediately, okay? It's not a juke drill, okay? I get a lot of players, what? Yeah, that's not this drill, okay? Relax, okay? You're going to get tackled. That's the whole point of it. It's more about the running back, again, feeling pressure and someone trying to rip that thing out. Okay, juke drills we do later, in different drill. Okay, so again, back. So if you're the tackler, I have my back to you. Coach is going to toss me the ball. Boom, I catch it. I turn, and I'm maybe one more step, and I'm going to get hit. Okay, that's how it is, right? Only 2 yards apart, right? We're starting on this cone this time, right? Coach B is about 5 yards away on the other 5 and 5, okay? Over there, okay? Coach B holds the defensive player 2. He releases him as soon as defensive player 1 has made contact. Defensive player 2 tries to strip. Now, Coach B should be on the back of the shoulder pad, holding like he's a crazed dog, right? No, not yet, buddy, not yet, not yet. Attack! Okay, have a little fun, right? But again, when number 2 comes in, he's not coming in to knock his head off. He's coming in, okay, where's that ball? Where's that ball? I'm going to break down, okay? Boom, strip. Okay, get in there, rip it out. Okay, fine. Okay, strip, rip, whatever you want to do. And the running back needs to have that feeling because it's going to happen. It's going to happen for them. Okay? And it's not fun when you don't have a plan for that. When we don't give them the tool to succeed, we're doing them a disservice. And again, this is a way for us to build that for them. Okay? And it's a good way to have crossover, which is defense, offense together. Right? We have some other things that we like to do, but these two have been very successful for us. Again, got this long ago in Fresno State. Okay? Long ago. But it's a good one. So, again, that is, for this part, it. And we're going to just jump on here for just one moment and just see a couple drills real quick. Oh, can't see anything, can you? Okay. Now again, the coach is just telling these guys, well, he can't do it because, like I said, some guys muscles are too big. It's crazy. Okay. But again, the coach is standing there saying, traffic, no traffic. Doing high knees, muscle memory, traffic, no traffic. And they should be trying to get to that point where he is, gets that elbow up, nice and tight. Protects it with his shoulders, okay? He's like a machine. He can't do it. Drive me crazy, okay? Now we expand that, okay? We expand that, and we have them, when they turn, okay, they go high knees for 5, and I say turn, and they go automatically to traffic and bring that ball. And why do we do that? Well, sometimes you get knocked around, sometimes you're off balance, and you need to still have that in your setting, right? In your muscle memory that, okay, I'm off balance, but I'm bringing it here. That should be automatic. And we start to try to build that this way, okay? Right? No, that's not the one. There it is. Okay, we talked about this drill. Okay? Again, trying to strip it and rip it. Oh, he got it. All right. He wasn't a running back anymore. No. Actually, yeah, he was a receiver after that. But that wasn't the reason. Okay? But again, they're feeling the pressure. They're getting a good strip and rip. Okay? We're just kind of having a little fun with it. But again, they should feel that pressure. They should fight it. They should cover the shoulders. Okay? Go to the next one actually, a little better. Okay? And no. That's not what I want to see. He's doing a really nice job. Every time he feels pressure, boom, he snaps it into that position, okay? The other guys are kind of messing around a little too much. You know, it's spring practice, I guess. It's a little different, okay? But again, when we feel that pressure, boom, it should be tight, okay? Just a little basic handoff drill, okay? We should all be doing something like this. Now, we add a second person because, again, we do a lot of faking, okay? And so we have to. Usually you only have one person gives to the next, and we go round and round. Now, a couple coaching points. One, make sure that you have some space, okay? What will happen is we'll keep getting closer. The lines will get closer. The lines will get closer. And they'll start running faster. And they'll start doing this. And then boom, 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 boom. Make sure they're also going slow. Because it's not about doing it fast. It's about doing it right. Okay? We do nice and easy. Fake, give. Big pocket. Overemphasize it. Give. Fake. Give. Big pocket. Roll over the ball. Clamp. All those things we talked about should be every time emphasized, okay? Yeah, we're done. Okay. Why is it out of order? Okay. Now again, we do this to teach our blocking scheme, okay, or our base run block. We do a lot of run blocking in our schemes, okay? And what we're doing here is I'm just prompting the player step, 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 step. And each step that they take, they should be in that good balanced position, okay? And they should be slamming the foot. Boom, 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 okay? Getting that feeling of really having power in those legs, okay? And then they're going to strike low to high, hands together. This guy does a great job here. He's a great fullback for us. Okay? Hands up, eyes through the hands. Okay? Because generally we're not going to really hit him, and then we don't want this. We always want to be looking through those hands. Boom! Okay? And that's what we want to try and create here. Okay? So we do it like this, nice and slow. Okay? And then we just let them go full speed, okay? And then we just say foot fire, ready, go, boom, 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 okay? Then they're just gonna fire the feet. It's not long steps, it's very short steps, okay? Power steps. Gonna do the chop steps and then strike, okay? Same idea here, giving them the tools to succeed. Keep the step over bag there just so that they keep the proper width of feet, okay? Next step, we go back to the step, step, step thing, and we just put a player there so that they can feel that pressure, okay? And it's the same thing. Now they have an aiming point, aiming for the numbers, same idea, okay? And we're just putting it together. And then we'll go on to, okay, foot fire and strike, and then they can do foot fire and give them a direction, okay? You can go on and on and on from there. Here we're doing a mirror drill. That's not it. Okay. That's not it. No. That's the one. Okay. Here's the one I wanted to get to. We call this the T drill. Okay. We did this out on the field today. It's a great way to work footwork, quick feet, okay, and jump cuts, right? Now again, we have them start on one side with the ball in good position. We're going to go over, back, make our jump cut. Again and again, okay? We don't want them to hop like that guy just did. Also not an athlete. No, I'm joking. Okay? Now the next step of that, after they do that a few times, I'm going to stand behind the bag and I'm going to close off either the outside or the inside. And then we either have a bounce or a bend, okay? Fine. It's either going to jump cut or we're just going to cut back through the middle, okay? Again, just giving them some idea of where they're going and how to react, okay? Okay? And again, you go both sides. We can speed it up. Man, what's going on there? That film, okay? Oh, yeah. I wish I still had one of these, I gotta be honest. I still wish I had one of those. Those are so fun. I put them up real high so they always fall down. Okay? You're mean. Okay? But again, tires, step overs, other things that we can do to create different footwork because these are valuable drills. Okay? And the idea of getting the feet up and having knee drive is so important to a running back. Okay? For me, it's so important for us to have great knee drive because that's where all our power is. And that's why we would do things like this. Oh gosh, this one's a little bit funny. Yeah. And some of these running backs are pretty small guys. So it's always a little bit of a, oh, he's a tight end. He didn't count. Yeah, it's great. Okay. Sometimes I'd put two ladders together on the ground, and we can do similar things like this. Okay. That's one easy way if you have ladders. Okay. You can still work that crossover plant. Okay. Different things like that. And this is just an extreme version of that with these ropes. Okay. And everybody always asks me, didn't anybody ever fall on those things? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They got to get better. Okay? Couple quick clips. Okay? Talking about bend, bang, bounce. Okay? Sometimes you'll see here, sometimes the blocks don't go perfect. And we just got to bend it back against the grain. You see it better from the next view. Okay? Just a little counter action here. Okay? And at the point of attack, they got 4 guys. So we're outmanned. He just bends it to the backside. He doesn't even really do too much. Okay? The puller, because the end crashed, the puller kind of gets out of his space. The linebacker just missed, and he bends that thing back and makes a great play. He makes a nice hard run. Okay? And then when we talk about it in film, I say, hey, that's a great job bending that thing right there. Okay? That's a great job. Really nice body work. Okay? Here we got a bounce. Okay? That fullback wasn't very fast, but great player. So, again, he's getting off to the end crashes down on the tackler, the trapper logs him inside, exactly right. We got to bounce that thing. See it again. Okay, well, I can't really see it so good from that. Okay. Again, it wasn't there on the outside. He's got to bang it in there. Okay, another counter here. What I love is that the tackle from the other side is blocking all the way across the formation. That's great effort. Okay? Tackle from the top. I love that guy. Okay? That's great effort. But again, we're communicating what we want to see from our backs. Bend, bang, bounce. Hit it. This one's a little bit sad. I almost don't want to watch it. Again, just bang it in there. There's nobody there. Oh. It happens. It happens. Okay? Yeah, you're fired. It's another view. Okay, run a little ISO here. Boom. Bang that thing. Okay? This player, pretty talented young man. No, you do it. No, you're going to block. I'm going to get the ball. You go. Okay? He does a great job of hitting and spinning. Now, we didn't talk much about that, but this hit and spin, that is so valuable, and that's something that you can also work with just with a bag. Okay? You can really just get a bag. Yeah? Your running back's going to run at you, and the first couple times they're going to do one of those or something. Okay? Some kind of 360, whatever it is. Okay? But again, what we want to develop is where we can see it, kind of like the free arm Crowther, where we're going to reduce the shoulder and use their momentum to roll us out of it, okay? Depending on the angle of the tackler, right? Okay? And he does a nice job of that. Boop, he sets it up by going here, and then lowers the shoulder and rolls out of it, okay? And we worked that a lot. Now, it wasn't because he's a great athlete, not because I'm a great coach. It's always a combination of the two, right? Yeah? Okay? And he does a nice job of banging that thing in there. Again, ISO. Just read your block. You read your block. Yeah, big splits. Okay? This guy is a monster. Boom. He takes half the man and he drives him straight back. Okay? We talked about half the man. Boom. His shoulder's on his head is on the other guy's shoulder. Boom. Okay? It's a great block. Spike the knee. Boom. Balance. Drive. Okay? And then the running back's going to hit right off that thing. Okay? Right off that thing. We also have some nice downfield blocking. Receivers that can block. Gold. Okay? Probably could have been that back. If you really look at this thing. Where the fullback hits. Boom. If he bends that thing back, there's nobody back there. Okay? And that's what we told him in film. He's a freshman. He was a new kid. Great talent. Okay? But he didn't really read it. He wasn't patient. Okay? Well, this is play action. That's not what we want. I mean, play action's cool when you do that. Yeah. He's fast. All right. So, yeah, let's see. Wait. You. And what about you? Yeah? And you too, buddy. Yeah, all right. All right. Hey, that's it for today. I appreciate you all being here and listening and giving me your time. And hopefully we got a few things that we can take home and use to make our teams all better. Okay? So, thank you.